What's good, YouTube? It's your main man, AV the Hero, back again with another video. In today's video, we're going to talk about, should Kyrie Irving do a collaboration or a partnership with Lavar Ball, big baller brand, or should he continue on the road that he's on, which looks like he may have some business with SIA Collective and Devlin Carter. Let's get into it.
Triple B's! AB the Hero, back at it, baby.
Now, if you've been rocking with the channel, you know that we've been following this saga and relationship trauma, or a strained relationship, I should say, between Kyrie Irving and Nike for a while. A couple days ago, I posted this poll on the page, and I will be honest with you, I was shocked a little bit by the results. Who should Kyrie launch his signature sneaker with? Big baller brand, SIA Collective, Way of Wade, or Curry brand? Now, obviously, you know why I put big baller brand there. SIA Collective, because there's already some conversation, and I believe that Devlin Carter, the things that he's doing over there are super dope. But then also Way of Wade and Curry brand. Now, we've seen Way of Wade go ahead and sign D'Angelo Russell, and I would imagine that Curry brand under imprint Under Armour would also like to have some signature athletes. So that's why I threw those there. Now, those two, I kind of suspected that they would be down on the bottom of the list. And even though this fan base is ultimately super pro big baller brand, I still was a bit surprised that folks turned out and showed up and showed out in such high numbers. But it really just took me back to this moment in history where a couple months ago there was some talks, and was it a month? It was some talks about Kyrie Irving and his disappointment with Nike at the time, and maybe they put out a shoe that he didn't necessarily have the proper amount of input in, and so he just was unhappy. And with that, my man Lavar Ball and Ball Facts put out this video.
Hey, Ball Facts, here are the facts. Kyrie, stop crying to them folks, man. Don't worry about that. Tell them you ain't got nothing to do with the shoe. You goddamn right, you never did. Come on over here to Big Baller Brand, man. You have all the control you want. Why? Because you have ownership. I ain't gonna give you no endorsement deal. I'm gonna give you an ownership deal. Let's go. Think about it. Don't do everything for the money, but be in the right situation. Ownership is everything. I can't keep.
Ownership is everything. Now, that is one of the calling cards of the big baller brand. Pushing ownership, pushing ownership, pushing ownership. In a video that we did recently, we saw one of the issues that Scottie Pippen, a iconic basketball player, one of the guys who is a legend in the game, Hall of Famer, all types of things that he had with his time at Nike. Being that in this time they had him wearing shoes that they didn't necessarily consider to be his signature shoe, so the royalties for those shoes didn't apply to him, but they knew that putting a shoe on his foot would drive traction to that shoe. So this iconic Air up-tempo model that we all think of, Air Pippins, is not really his shoe. So every time they re-release it, he gets nothing from it. So the ownership is a big component to this story. Now, we have this update from the Devlin Carter situation that we talked about in this video here, where he was reaching out to Kyrie Irving, trying to get in contact, and then he let us know that Kyrie's people had reached out to him. Now, we got Damn DPOV here who spoke directly with Devlin Carter and was able to get an update. We'll listen to a bit of this and stay tuned, because I also want to talk to you why this is a good situation. Ownership is on the table. However, I still think that folks over at the Big Baller Brand may have some things to offer as well. Let's get into this video.
I love the transition from your channel as well. Wanted to tell you that, and keep up the good work. So this is a sneaker that we've designed already. It's called the Evo Bounce.
Now, the shoe that he's talking about, he actually showed me the picture of a shoe that may be the shoe that Kyrie is going to wear, and I'm going to show you that on another video. So
So I will say right off the bat, one of the things that we heard from Kyrie with Nike, part of the issue was didn't get to have input on the design of the shoe. So while this may be a good template, a good base plate, I would still expect Kyrie to say, but I want to put my finishing touches on it. Let's continue.
Y'all gonna see what could potentially or might be a shoe that is in the works. All right.
It's a performance basketball shoe. It's a low. It's supposed to play like kind of like the Kobe 6 that all NBA players love to wear. But so when I reached out to Kyrie and I sent his management a picture of this shoe, and they really liked it. So we're in the progress right now of getting this shoe made. We're at the soul sample stage and whatnot like that. So we'll have tech and all that kind of stuff that I'll break down. But I wanted to give it to you first to just show you a potential model that we're working on.
I'm gonna show you that shoe. But
Now, I have no idea what Kyrie's team is thinking, what they're trying to do, anything like that. My meeting is scheduled. But whatever they need, even if they don't want to partner with me, I can still help them get to factories, lend my expertise, design, and whatever. It could be a royalty thing. It doesn't matter. I actually don't really care about the money when it comes to this. This is about setting the precedence of the revolution, showing that we can do it. And for somebody of a high caliber like Kyrie to be able to do it, something Kobe wanted to do before he died, I think it would be just great. And financially, bro, I'm set for life. So this is...
So I wanted to play that part because I think that will play into what I have to say a little bit later about the Big Baller Brand stuff. I love what he said there. Even if we don't partner and do a deal and it's a collaborate, I still want to help them because the bigger picture, it's a shift in the culture that they're trying to create by having Kyrie be able to launch his own brand and then also follow in the footsteps of a Kobe Bryant, something that it was reported that he wanted to do before he passed away. And so to me, when I'm starting to think of footprints in the sand and who is trailblazing a path in the culture when it comes to performance basketball sneakers, being independent and really creating a structure in a team and a movement, I think that you have to have some Big Baller Brand input in there. It just makes sense. Now, what I want to do is I'll fast forward a bit because then Devlin doubles back and gives some insight on how his meeting went with Kyrie Irving a little bit later in this video. Let's see if we can pull up here.
Man, just let people know about us, man, and what we're doing.
And the team was very impressed with everything we do here at SIA. I was on a meeting with his agent, which is his stepmom, his dad, and his marketing guy. And they really loved what I was doing. They was really impressed. Like I said, the meeting went phenomenal. It couldn't have went any better. They had a lot of questions they wanted to know about, like, what are we capable of doing and everything. But every question that they had, I had the answer for it. Like, we've done over $50 million in sales in the last 3 years without any advertisement. They were impressed by that. And basically at the end of the interview, the meeting, they were like, man, this was a great, they was excited the whole time. So I got good vibes off of it. And at the end of it, they were like, they told me, I said, thank you for your time. We were on a Zoom call. And then, so at the end of the Zoom call, the meeting, she was like, all right, thank you. They was like, we'll circle back with you. Thank you for your time, man. We learned a lot. Like, we love it. Congratulations on everything and stuff like that. And then she told Kyrie's dad and their brand manager to stay on the call after I hung up. So I guess so they could talk and get their feels about how they feel about me. But they asked me, like, what am I passionate about? They couldn't believe that I did all of this, like, by myself, that I was the designer and the marketing and the fucking, the fulfillment center, that I was literally a one-stop shop. They were very impressed with that. And, they asked me, like, could I fulfill, like, did I have a fulfillment and all of that set up? Like, did I have any investors? I have 0 investors. They was impressed by that. But one thing, let me tell you.
All right, so I'm gonna stop there, and then if you want to listen to the rest of this video, I'll link it in the description. You can go check that out. But you see right there, one of the really important things that he has to offer them is infrastructure. It's infrastructure. It's infrastructure. It's designers. It's fulfillment. It's access to factories. It's all of those things. I think that is one of the things that I've realized that a lot of folks don't realize is probably more important when you're trying to do something like this and be able to scale it than it is name recognition, right? For Kyrie Irving, his brand is so big that it really does not matter what the company, it could be Skechers. That's why Kanye showed up at Skechers. None of that stuff matters. It matters on the infrastructure. Now, I come back here to this interview that I recently did with Lavar Ball, where he starts to break down a bit of how things have changed for him. There's other interviews that I've done with him where he talks about some of the learning curve that they have went through, but also some of the changes that they have made in order to really be able to meet those needs as far as infrastructure, quality of product, being able to get it to folks, all of that stuff. That's part of the reason why I believe that you gotta also find a way to loop the brand in, because that would be impactful extremely to the culture. Let's listen here.
What was going to happen with this Triple B's? I'm telling you, it's going to be the biggest thing ever. And folks keep thinking I'm playing, but our quality of the merch that we have now is on a whole different level. On the fact that we make it from the ground up. We don't go to a sweatshirt shop and be like, hey, put Triple B's on these sweatshirts. No, we make it from the sleeve to the length that we wanted, the fabric that we want, from the ground up. That's why when folks see these prices and all this stuff, they be like, oh no, till you get it and you see the quality of it. I got something coming out on my damn Big Baller brand, what you call it, Instagram. I want y'all to look at the sweatsuits. I'm up at this event in Vegas and I'm standing with these guys with Nike suits on, with Ralph Lauren suits on, and them standing next to me make it look like night and day. We're gonna have it on that Instagram. Folks gonna be able to look at it and just tell me what you think about it. It's like our sweatsuits, they can't compare. We don't have no stitching on the sweatsuit. We got a leather patch. Who got a leather patch on their sweatsuit? Triple B's. And like I said, I'm not Nike, I'm not Adidas, I'm not Under Armour. I'm Triple B's, which is a premium athletic wear. Let them battle down here with their little stuff. Our stuff up here. So if you want a better quality, look better, the material's better, get that Triple B's. I guarantee you it's the best sweatsuit in the game, the best sweatshirts in the game. My slides, get $200 for a reason. Ain't no other slides like them. The comfortable, it's not as comfortable as ours.
All right, so y'all see what I'm saying. It's deep. The quality is there. All of that stuff is improved a ton when it comes to the brand. I think that in this situation, Kyrie Irving and his notoriety, the love that people have for him, and even the support that he has at this moment of people wanting to see him succeed and not be, I would say, oppressed or taken out by the man or whatever. All of this like clout at the moment, to me, is good. But in order to capitalize on that, you truthfully need a partner who can help you scale and meet the need. I think that you could go right with any one of these organizations. Obviously, Devlin Carter and SIA Collective have put it together, and his experience in the game is second to none. But I also think that folks over at the Big Baller brand and the things that they have learned through their trials and tribulations would also impact the culture in a way that would be significant, not only for Kyrie Irving, but for players to come. It's your main man, AB the Hero. We getting up out of here. Peace.
Be the hero. No, not peace. +1, Triple B's. We out.